Somewhere along the way, the internet stopped being an escape, and the real world became the only place I could actually breathe. Like most of us, I've been glued to my phone for years, scrolling, comparing, reacting, living through a screen more than my own life. So, I did something extreme. I went offline. For 7 days in Patagonia, a place where the mountains are bigger than your problems and silence hits harder than any notification. This is what happened when the algorithm couldn't reach me. I had to face myself. Today is the last day of being offline, and to be honest, I'm kind of dreading going back online. I don't really know why. It's been so liberating without technology, but I wrote down a couple of things that I've reflected on since this last 7 days. Some of them really fascinating that I just never would have picked going into this experiment, I suppose. But I'm going to rapid fire them for you guys. First one is that I started sleeping like 10 or 11 hours a night because I had no alarm and my body was just asking for that, which just blows my mind because for the last 10 years I've forced myself, the 8 hours. So interesting that my body wanted more. And I was just falling asleep reading. It'd be 9 p.m., 10 p.m. and I'd just be reading and just fall asleep, lights on, in a weird position, not even under the covers. I'd wake up cold like 2 hours later. So that was just super funny. The second thing is I read, I think 3.5 books in a week on this bad boy. I finished Richard Branson's book. I reread Let My People Go Surfing, which is the story of Patagonia. I reread Never Enough by Andrew Wilkinson. Halfway through How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's been many years since I read that. I read Ogilvy on advertising. I actually didn't really read that one that much. Wasn't that much tactical. And then I kind of skimmed a bunch of other stuff, and I've just got super fast at reading. So I'm for sure keeping that habit when I'm just in my usual routine. Typically easy things are so much harder. Like I couldn't look up the weather. Didn't know what to expect. There's no GPS. There was no Google Translate. So you're just forced to immerse yourself in the language. All were actually good things in the end. I couldn't text anyone to organize a time or a place to meet up. It wasn't a problem for the first half of the trip because I literally just didn't see anyone on the road. I was the only person out there. But when I got here to San Martin and I'm at this event called Edge City, it was really difficult just I couldn't even get into this apartment because I didn't have the check-in instructions. And I think my sense of direction heightened a lot. Like I started paying attention to street signs and notable places, and I want to try to keep that up as well. I had so much more time in my day. I did a lot of things that I would usually rush past. I found myself walking, and spending an hour or two to go get dinner by myself when I would normally just go straight there, eat, and go straight home. But yeah, I love that. Real world problem solving is different to business problem solving. That was a big takeaway for me. I think I usually neglect the real world stuff, but I want to bring that in more. I love cash. It's so easy to buy things and to round up and give people tips. And I just felt way more abundant, weirdly enough. I felt like I had so much more to give because I was paying cash. So that was interesting. Next one is I found the secret to being offline and committing to it is to make it a challenge. Like I told myself, I would do 7 full days, 7 24-hour periods, and had no way out, no way for people to contact me. And I think that forced me, the only way was through. I think that applies to many things in life where you don't give yourself, a plan B or a way out. So that was cool. Consistent effort over a sustained period of time is how you achieve your goals. I felt this in the first couple of days when I was riding 50, 60 Ks a day, mostly gravel and uphill. And it was a fucking nightmare. Like I really didn't enjoy the cycling part of it, but I knew I'd have to spend 6-7 hours on the road, and I knew the only way to do it is just get on that bike and start pedaling. And even if you go slow, just keep fucking pedaling. And the moments I tried to do more of a sprint and then stop and wait and chill for a while and sprint again, actually ended up taking more energy and took way longer to get to the goal. So that was a big takeaway for me. In line with that, your thoughts create your reality. There was a couple of days there where I really just started spiraling, and it was just me in my own head for 6-7 hours on that bike with no music, no podcast, nothing to distract me. And I remember starting to think, this sucks, and it's so long to the next pit stop, and all of these things. And I realized consciously, and I had to change that, and I had to rewire how I thought about the ride and how beautiful the scenery was and how great it is for my fitness and my health to be doing this. So yeah, that was a really real one for me. And the last one I'll give you is something that came as a bit of a shock, especially when I got here to the city in this event. I was still offline for basically the first 2 days that I got here, and I became really interesting to a lot of people, which is a backwards way of thinking about it, because usually I want to be the most interested, not the most interesting. I want to ask people questions. I want to know more about them. But I sort of became, I was the Aussie dude who'd cycled up from wherever and didn't have my phone. And so everyone kind of started knowing me for that. And it became a real topic of conversation, and I was able to connect with a lot of people over it. So it's kind of a byproduct of doing something different. I think a lot of people probably want to do the same thing and just haven't been able to bring themselves to do it, much like me up until this point. So yeah, maybe there's something in that, but it sparked a lot more conversation and interest from people that I wasn't expecting. So yeah, I mean, I'm about to get the phone out, go back online. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm probably going to take it easy. I'm going to call a couple of people first, and then later this afternoon check in with team and stuff, because I know that's going to be more of a mammoth task, emails and Slack messages and stuff, things to get back to. But yeah, I think more than anything, I'm really grateful to have a team that can be self-sufficient and that can operate at such a high level without me. I want to be able to do this more regularly, once a year at the very least, maybe once a quarter. Take Evan with me, go do 4 or 5 days somewhere in the wilderness, and have great ideas and build a much better future as a result. So I guess I'll get my phone and take you guys with me. All right. I just turned this thing on for the first time. Oh, here we go. I did not miss this. Anyway, I guess I'll keep filming, keep documenting, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.